Mo Salah did it again. He scored a goal and got two assists again in Liverpool's blowout of West Ham yesterday. He broke a record amongst the records that he's either chasing or breaking. 8 games in a season with a goal and an assist. No player had ever gotten more than 7 in an entire season. He has 8.5 a season.
Yeah.
But after the game, when asked about his contract, he said Salah is far away from signing a new contract, and he can talk to foreign teams come Wednesday.
Yes. He can talk to teams about a pre-contract is what you're saying.
Yeah. So as a Liverpool fan, I mean, on the field, absolute dreamland. Everyone, if you didn't know there was any contract stuff, it would be absolutely perfect. But Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold potentially in 3 days could have a ticket out of town.
What you don't want. I mean, everything looks so good right now. And again, I've already said Liverpool's going to win this title. I can't see anybody else really challenging them. But of course, it just sort of depends on whether Salah can keep this run, this kind of form going. If you're Liverpool, this is the problem. Now, it's a good problem. It's a champagne problem, right? That your best player is plus 30. Your best player, your most important attacking player, is at an age where it just does not make sense to sign them to a big, longer-term deal, which is what I'm sure Mo Salah wants. No player goes in and goes, you know what, give me a year at exactly what I'm making right now, and I'll come back. No player does that. He goes, give me 3 years, and I want triple what I'm making now because look at my numbers.
Yeah.
And the Liverpool brass, they have to go, well, I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense for us. I mean, because in 2 years, maybe we're regretting this contract, right? And you don't want that. If you had money to burn or there was no PSR or you didn't have to worry about any of this, you sign him to whatever, not whatever he wants, but you sign him to a deal within reason, right? You would give him a raise and you say, thank you, Mo, for being here and being a Liverpool man and helping us win a title in Champions League and help us get to this next one. But I do think it's fascinating to consider that part of it. His run, his incredible run, he has 30 goal involvements through 18 games. Cole Palmer led the league with 33 last year in the entire Premier League season. So Mo Salah is going to breeze by that Cole Palmer number. He is the Premier League Player of the Year. I mean, even if the season stopped right now, he would be in the top 3. I think he should be in the top 3 for Premier League season. Or if he didn't play another game, if he only played 18 matches and the rest of the league kept going, Robert, Mo Salah would still be in the conversation for Premier League Player of the Year.
And I believe this is his eighth season in a row with 20 goals already.
I mean, again, we talked about him being underrated, right? We talked about The Guardian put him 11th in the world this year on their on 2024's list of the 100 best players in the world. Mo Salah was number 11. Players like Carvajal, players like Lautaro Martinez were ahead of Mo Salah. Would you rather have Lautaro Martinez or Mo Salah? Don't answer the question because everybody knows the answer. Everybody knows the answer. Let's not even bother with that. That's where we're at with Mo.
That's definitely a rhetorical one. And like you said, that Sam Maguire graphic, I don't know if you want to put that up or not, but 30 goals in 18 or 30 goal involvements after 18 matches is truly insane. And when you watch him play, I mean, that game against West Ham, it almost seemed like an FA Cup game in the second half when they were playing a lower league team and he was just pulling out some tricks, you know? I mean, they were pulling out tricks and there was at one point, I mean, it was like I'll equate it to Saquon Barkley in the Eagles game yesterday. They just kept him in the game late just to chase records, you know. Mo Salah, I mean, the game was long gone. It was 5-0. Best player didn't get subbed out. He just wanted more and more goals. One thing I shall say about the quotes after the West Ham game, he did say that he wants to win another Premier League title with Liverpool. So that would indicate even if things go south from a Liverpool perspective, that he does talk to another team come Wednesday and gets a pre-contract somewhere elsewhere outside of England. at the very least, he indicated that he would stay at Liverpool and pursue another Premier League title. And so at the very least, I mean, that would be an amazing send-off at the very least. If Liverpool were able to win a Premier League title with fans in the stands and to really, celebrate that. But I don't know if that's silver lining, but I thought that was a note that at the very least, he wants to stay throughout the rest of the season. Will that happen for Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold? Alexander-Arnold fueled a little bit of tabloid fire. He scored a goal and did the blah 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 celebration. We shall see. But someone also dug up the Jude Bellingham did that too at Dortmund before he went.
Yeah, look, Trent. That I understand. There's a lot going on. I understand you've been a great Liverpool player and all that. That's not your goal. Let's not pretend that that's your goal, Trent. I mean, it strikes a nice ball, but if not for the deflection, that's not a goal for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So I don't know. That stuff. I mean, like these players have every right. They all have egos. They have every right to push for as much as they can get, right? Especially if they have been as good as Alexander-Arnold and as Salah have been for Liverpool. And as I said, it looks like a magical, potentially title-winning season this year. First to the Champions League table at this point, Robert. I mean, nothing's guaranteed there, but things are all lined up right now for Liverpool in the best possible way. And yes, you have to be careful. You don't want these contract things to undermine all the work that's been done so far, the race out to the front of the Premier League, because, these great big figures in the club are talking about leaving. That would be a tragedy for Liverpool and fans.
Yeah, it's quite a mix of emotion. As a Liverpool lifer, it's never been. This is close to as big as I've ever seen it on the field, but the future, uncertain.
Yes.
Before we move on to our next segment, we are on the fight to 500, just a couple dozen YouTube subscribers away from 500. Our first big goal. We set out to hit 500 before the end of the 2024 calendar year. We're just a few dozen away. If we get a bit of a rush on subscribers in the next 48 hours, we will hit our first subscriber goal. Go to Morning Kickaround on YouTube and hit subscribe. Also follow along on social media at @mkickaround or write us a note to the email morningkickaround@gmail.com. Ahead on the show still, we are going to highlight our favorite soccer things of 2024.